Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Radiant Moon Tarot. My name is Victoria. We've got your daily reading here for Friday, September 27th of 2024. Let's see what we've got written in the stars for you guys today as we go into our weekend. Messages for people watching. If you are not feeling it already, you are probably going to start to over the weekend for sure. We do have a new moon eclipse coming up. It's a solar eclipse in the sign of Libra. So, of course, we are very much focused on partnerships in our lives, the people in our lives, the relationships that we have with people in our lives. Some people might be making some decisions on relationships. Some people might be welcoming in some new people. But a new moon, a solar eclipse in and of itself, it can be very unpredictable. The two eclipses that we've had have been a little bit topsy-turvy. The full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces, full moons are usually about completion and letting go, but it was so close to the North Node that it's also bringing in new beginnings. This new moon solar eclipse that we have in Libra, new moon should really be very much focused about new beginnings, but this is very much a south node eclipse. So this can be about letting things go. So we're turning things on their heads at this time, but inevitably, whatever it is for you, eclipses do bring change. They bring unexpected events. They can bring things to light. They can bring things out of the woodwork. Yes, we can get people coming back in our lives as well, whether we want them or not. Sometimes it's just an opportunity for closure. Sometimes it's an opportunity for a second chance if you've ever had like a missed connection or something like that. But they do bring fated events as well, things that have been written in the stars. So try and embrace and work with this energy. And as with all lunations and as with eclipses especially, connect with nature, find a way to get grounded, and certainly find some time for yourself just to reflect or contemplate or just to sit in some beautiful energy, right? Because, meditation and things like that, especially around any lunations, is very important for us. And let's see what we've got. We've got the Two of Wands coming out first for you guys here. We have the Judgment card in reverse. Interesting. Think we had the Judgment card yesterday, didn't we? In the upright? Maybe there's something you don't want to see. And then we've got the Sun coming out here as well. All right. So we've got two uprights and one reversal. So we do have a little bit of a hiccup in our day and as we go through our weekend. But let's start with the Two of Wands. Twos are about balance and harmony. Twos are about making decisions, right? And the Two of Wands is about making plans. Now, with that Two of Wands, typically, we do see the path forward is wide open. The blocks and obstacles have been removed. It should be relatively easy to make a decision and to make the right choice. And it is in the upright, so certainly the potential is there, but we do have bigger energy at play here. We do have the Judgment card in reverse. So it may be for some of you, since we did have the Judgment card in the upright yesterday, it could be that you're ignoring something, that some information may have come to light, some conversation may have happened, something may be revealed, whether it's internal or external. And now in the Judgment card, you don't want to see it. You don't want to see it. You don't want to deal with it. You're ignoring it. You're putting the blinders on. You're resisting something here as well, because ultimately the Judgment card, we're cleansing and purging. We're getting ready to wrap up a cycle in our lives and either take the next step onwards and upwards or let something go, right? So when we are in this resistance energy with this reversal here, this really does require a little bit of honesty and truth. If we're not honest with ourselves and if we don't want to work through with something, then we're inevitably going to be stuck, or the path forward, which is currently clear, is going to become filled with obstacles and boulders that we need to somehow move out of our way and get over. So with this Judgment card, right, this is very much reminding you that some things, sometimes we really do need to deal with the things in our lives and not ignore them anymore. And this can be something within you. Maybe you're trying to change a bad habit, or maybe you know deep down that you need to do something a little bit differently, but you're like, I know. And you could be just like really putting something off. All right. You could be, again, maybe seeing all kinds of signs around you, repeating numbers, maybe shapes in the clouds. There's some sort of denial aspect here with that as well. Something's trying to get your attention. The universe, your angels, your spirits, your guides are trying to get your attention. And for some reason, you're either purposely not seeing or you're just ignoring it. So make sure that you do make a little bit of time to recognize the signs when you see them. And then just take a minute, 1 minute. That's it. See the sign, okay? Maybe you're seeing 1111 all the time. Maybe you're seeing angel wings in the sky, in the clouds, right? Maybe you're seeing like an insect somewhere where it's like a weird place, right? It's weird enough that it catches your attention and you're like, what are you doing here, right? Kind of like finding a ladybug, which is normally around bushes and things in the middle of a concrete parking lot on your windshield. You're like, why are you here? So, take just 1 minute when you do see any signs or something that just really catches your eye and gets your attention. What were you thinking at that moment? What were you doing? What were you feeling? What was your energy like? What circumstances were you dealing with in your world right now? They are all clues to what those signs may mean for you. Whenever I get signs, whenever I see things, the first thing that I do before I try and interpret anything is I just say thank you. And it's just my sign to the universe that I have seen the signs. I recognize it. I'm very grateful for it, whatever it happens to mean in that moment. And then I can get on with interpreting what that means for me. So don't be afraid of seeing something, the truth behind something. The truth will ultimately set you free, whether it's your truth, someone else's truth. All right. And of course, we don't want to resist things either, because ultimately the sun can come out. The sun is a beautiful energy and it does cast a wonderful light over your day, over your weekend. So even though there is some resistance here, there is a little bit of denial perhaps here, there's clarity coming in as well. The sun is trying to burst through, is trying to shine that light, trying to illuminate something that has been in shadow, something that's been in the dark. The sun ultimately brings a positive resolution to something. So it may be that, you've got something going on and you're thinking the worst. When in actual fact, when you focus on a solution or you stay positive, things can unfold in the best of ways, right? If we think something negative is going to happen, then something negative is going to happen because we have ultimately attracted that to us. When we embrace the sun energy, positivity, optimism, solutions, believing in ourselves, right? Having a good positive outlook. When we embrace that energy, it doesn't always mean that everything is going to go our way, but it definitely changes how we deal with things. Because instead of being stuck on the problem, we're looking past it to a solution. So embrace this positive energy of the sun. Now, some of you could actually have some really good news, and this could actually be one hell of a surprise coming your way, I've got to say. You're just not going to see this coming. And it could certainly be something that does make you very happy. Something that really puts a big smile on your face, something where you're like, shouting from the rooftops kind of thing. All right. But the sun does bring success and abundance, fun and joy and happiness and all sorts of wonderful things into your life. And of course, ultimate clarity as well. So let the answers burst through. Let the information burst through. All right. Because, this is inevitably what we've got coming up too is that solar eclipse. So the sun is shining brightly in the sign of Libra, right? And this can bring in some very positive things into our lives, right? So embrace that energy. So we're just going to quickly grab, I've got runes of the moon here. So I've got these beautiful little wooden runes in there, and each one has a symbol of the moon cycles in here. So we're just going to get 2 of them, and we're just going to see what messages are coming out there. There is the one, And there is the second one. So both of them might speak to you. Maybe only one will speak to you, but let's have a look. And there you go. And this is full moon. Can you see it? There you go. So full moon on that one. And of course, the full moon is a time to manifest, bring something to fruition. It's time to release anything that has been standing in your way. The full moon is full of potential. This is where something comes to a conclusion. Something may come to an end. But this is very much an opportunity for you to embrace your power, embrace your gifts, embrace all the positive energy within you so that you can move forward. Very interesting that the full moon should come out because we did have that full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces. And of course, some of you are still feeling this energy, right? The eclipse energy doesn't just start and stop on the one day. It does last for a while. And so what do you need to let go of? What do you want to start new? What do you want to come to fruition, right? What passions and desires do you have? Now is a time when you can really complete something, you can get some closure, or of course you can find that room, that space, that time to let something go and to really kind of embrace your passion. This is ultimately a time to cleanse and purge. We've got the dark new moon coming in here, and of course right before we get a new moon, we get a dark moon. And the dark moon is a time to purify. It's a time to get prepared to fill up your cup with new beginnings. But this is a time of reflection. It's a time of strengthening your inner abilities. It is a time to go down into the depths, into the darkness of your soul, and to figure out what is blocking you, what is restricting you, what's causing this reversal of the Judgment card, right? What are you ignoring? So this is really calling you to action, to do that little bit of deep dive that we're sometimes afraid to do, but is quite often very necessary to cleanse and purge and get us prepared for the next stage of our life, for the next stage of our journey. So work with the dark moon energy. We do forget about that sometimes, right? It's all about the new moon. It's all about all this stuff, but it's right before. So have a look at your lunar calendar, go online and find one and figure out when that dark moon hits there and work with that energy. It can very, very, very powerful to do that and to work with that darkness, right? We do talk about the light and all that kind of stuff, but we've got to work with shadow as well. We've got to work with the darkness as well. Balance, light and shadow, right? They work hand in hand. So with all that, I'm going to leave that there for you guys. I do hope there was something here for you. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I thank you for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye.